creators, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Yvette and I am part of the Oh So Inspired collaboration team, which is hosted by Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Owl channel. Each of the collaboration team members will be creating a project using this month's inspiration piece, and this month's inspiration is from Martin of Martin Mayhem over on Instagram. Now, I'll be sure to link to this inspiration piece that we're using in the description box below. I'll also have a link to a playlist in the description box so that you can see what the rest of the team created using this beautiful inspiration piece. So these are the goodies that I pulled out to make my cards following along with this inspiration piece. So I pulled in this rainbow die set by Cat Scrappiness. It's the Confetti Party Rainbow die. I also pulled in some cloud border dies, and these I'm not really sure where I got them, but I found some similar dies over on Cat Scrappiness as well. So I'll be sure to link to anything that's still available in the description box. And then I brought in this stamp set from Altenew for this sentiment that says, "You make life colorful." Now, what inspired me most about this card from Martin was the rainbows. I just loved the rainbows. So I went in and cut my rainbows, and of course I couldn't stop at one. I made three. So let me kind of show you my three different cards. So this was the first one I put together. And what I did was die cut the rainbows, and then I just went in with some watercolor and kind of smushed different color on each of the bows of the rainbow, or each of the arches of the rainbow, and that way it was a rainbow of colors. And then I popped up this layer of clouds so there was a little bit of dimension, and did some ink blending on the background so there's like a cloudy background. Let's see if you can tell. You can kind of tell. And then I also cut out these rainbows because let me show you the dies. So this one cuts out your rainbows with these cutouts, you know, the different shapes. And then this cuts the solid ones. So out of this solid piece, I cut from some white glitter paper and layered it behind here so that it's hard to tell on camera, but in person you can see there's some glitter behind there. So then I put those kind of behind this first layer of clouds so that it looked like the rainbow was behind the clouds, but I think it turned out so pretty. Then I thought, well, let me try something else with watercolors. Oh, and then this I did cut out of watercolor paper. So I grabbed just a panel of watercolor and just kind of brushed some watercolors all the way down and then cut the rainbows out of there. But I didn't want to waste this. This was so pretty, this like panel here. So with another piece of white glitter paper, I cut out some of the rainbows just in white glitter. So here the rainbows are actually the white glitter paper. And then your background are these beautiful colors. Isn't that pretty? And then here I watercolored the cloud paper or the clouds that I die cut out. So this has more of a watercolor look throughout. And added these embellishments here. They're kind of like clear pearls that you can kind of see the color behind them. So I think that turned out beautifully. You know, waste not, want not. So I had to use all of that. Then here, this is the one, because our inspiration piece was a clear acetate card base. Now, I don't have the strong acetate card bases like Alicia has. She has some, and I'll have to order some of those. But if you check out her channel, you'll see the ones she uses. But I did have some acetate in my stash, and I figured this will work just fine because I'm adding these layers of cardstock. So on this one, I did cut this here in half, that rainbow, and I didn't want to waste the rainbow, so as you saw, I added the other half to the inside of my card. And then here I didn't pop up any of the layers of the clouds, and I left them just plain white. And then I did add a layer in the back so you wouldn't see all the the adhesive. I did the same to the back of the card. But I think it turned out great. Oh, and then I added all these little star clay bits, you know, stars in the sky. So pretty. And that's the card I made, really based on our inspiration piece, because it is an acetate card. And I did, behind the rainbows, I did cut some white out, so that, again, to hide the adhesive. But I just think it turned out so pretty. But I didn't waste really anything. Here I used what was the negative piece of where I cut out my rainbow there, and then some white glitter. And on this one, I used most of the rainbow here. I did cut off a little piece, so that, I guess that piece I discarded. But like, I love the different embellishments I used. I like the different looks. So this is just white clouds on a clear acetate card base. And then this one is some ink blending clouds. This one's some watercoloring. I just think they all turned out so pretty. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.